Hey StarCrafters, Wookie here. Thanks for tuning in, I appreciate it. And this is my Season 4 placement match. So I am Zerg here because you guys made me play Zerg for Season 3, and I just kind of rolled with it. I'm kind of thinking I should probably play Terran this season. It's the one race that I haven't played all season, or an entire season of. But I didn't really get a whole lot of videos out as a Zerg player. I didn't get as much opportunity to play on the Season 3 ladder as I would have liked for a multitude of reasons, so I thought I would do one more game as the Zerg. I spent a little bit of time playing against the AI and trying to get a couple of different builds down, and then I got into this game and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go the totally standard one that I worked on. So here's me, and I'm in the bottom left. We're on Xel'Naga Caverns. This is my opponent, NARDLY. He is Terran in red up here, and the graphics are reasonably low so that we get a nice smooth viewing experience. We see an extractor going down for me on 14, and I like to go, what I've been doing and find works is extractor 14, spawning pool 14, and then you know, you get the queen. And well, I screwed this one up, but we'll see how it works out. But basically it's queen, inject, expand after you get a couple of zerglings, because I don't like racing to that expansion. I find that I'm not good enough to get it saturated. I always end up just making more units, or you know, making zerglings, not getting enough drones, and I've got one base worth of drones on 2 hatcheries and not enough money to support all that larva. So I've been going with the one base first, and it works out okay for me. You know, against the computer, I can't really say it works out well for me on the ladder because I didn't try it a whole lot. But with my scouting drone here, I'm just checking for that double gas. A complete overreaction here from NARDLY, which pleased me. And then I go up here and I start beating up this SCV, because there's nothing more annoying than having your SCV harassed while it's trying to build something. And I wonder if I kill it. Do I kill it? Do I kill it? Do I kill? Ooh, trapped. Click on our mineral patch. Nope. Dead. So my first overlord, we can see here, I put in position up here, knowing that I am eventually going to try to run it into the base to get a look. My second overlord, I remember I sent it out here to sit and just peek over these, just to make sure there wasn't a barracks there, or you know, a bunker here or whatever. And then I send him up here to the little overlord safe haven. And I believe metabolic boost, yep, if you get this extractor on 14 and get it saturated right away and put that down as soon as you have 200 minerals at 14, you should have enough gas to get the metabolic boost training as soon as it comes up. Queen number 1 is on hotkey 5 and doing an inject, and I went Roach Warren. I threw that down right away, and I don't think I've seen this factory yet. I'm trying to get on my vision. Yeah, I haven't seen this factory yet. But Roach Warren is good to have. I figure I can still get my expansion, and I have a few roaches available. You know, if I don't need a lot of roaches, I won't make a lot of roaches. But if he goes mass Hellion, which is what I was, you know, I thought that specifically when I put it down. If he's going to go and try to do the Hellion drone barbecue, I'm going to want some roaches. So I float in here at the just about 6-minute mark. If you see here, that's about when you want to do it, because you're going to see some tech choices, and I see factory and this tech lab. Of course I can't see what he's researching when I float by it, but I see 2 factories and a tech lab, so I'm thinking tanks. You know, I don't think he's going to be focusing on Hellions at this point, so I can expect tanks and Thors. So, and I also noticed no orbital command. I remember seeing that no orbital command and thinking, alright, this guy has got to be a newer player, and he is a Silver Leaguer. You know, it says now Season 4, you can see their badge when you see their name in the score screen. But I went to his profile and he had 0 wins. So, but 7 minutes into a game, no orbital command is indicative of a person new to the ladder. So NARDLY, if you're watching, get that orbital command. It is very important. Have a drone on the tower here just to get some vision here. I want to see when he pushes out, and I didn't get a look at his army with this Overlord. I just saw this, and he didn't pull anything back to try to pop it. Normally, if there's a Marine out, you know, the Marine would be over there trying to shoot that Overlord, and I didn't see the Marine, so I thought maybe he had run him down his ramp and then pulled him back when he saw my Overlord. I was kind of hoping his army was out front. So this is why the drone comes in. The drone comes in to see if there's an expansion, and I wanted to see if his army was out front. And since I didn't see it there, I figured, okay, it's at the top of the ramp and I'm safe. And in the meantime, you can see, if you were watching the production tab, hopefully you were, remember my channel, my videos are very user interactive. They're, you know, you have to participate by watching the production tab, because I'm not going to talk about important things like stuff that's happening in the game other than what I'm looking at on the screen, because you know, this is mediocre at best. But I did make an extra queen because I wasn't completely convinced he wasn't going to try to go air, and having that extra queen, like the first extra queen, I made one here, right? And it's on 5. And then I make a second one, and it's on 6. And when the hatchery goes down, that queen goes there. And actually, in this game, I remember my first queen went down because my second one popped out. But anyway, then I make a third queen, so I've always got an extra queen laying around. And when I expand again over here, I'll send that queen over there. You can see these Zerglings were just sitting around doing nothing, so I put them on rocks. I've got roaches blocking my ramp, so nothing's going to run by. Excuse me, and I'm just watching the tower, and have I? Yep, okay. Now I've got an Overseer, and I'm working on level 1s, and I'm going to go in there and take a look and see what he's doing. Now, from his base, we can see he is a pretty typical timid Terran, like he's not making Marines. He's turtling in with siege tanks. Still no orbital command, 10 minutes, so it's less about what he's doing and more about how I'm doing. And see, I like to have a third hatchery around the 10 or 11 minute mark, and I'm a little slow on that. My upgrades, I don't even have my Galil reconstitution yet, but I am working on the evolution chamber upgrades, and I am droning pretty good. 39, well, okay, I'm droning. Let's just say I'm droning. I have made drones. I have definitely made drones this game. A couple of spine crawlers were completely arbitrary, I was going to say, but then I thought I might blow my lungs out. There it goes. And we're going to speed it up a little bit, because now that I'm thinking about it, there wasn't a whole lot of action here until toward the end. But I made these 2 spine crawlers just for like the Hellion. I was expecting maybe they would come by, or you know, anything that pokes by here. And look at this sneaky little bastard with the ninja expand, skipping his natural. And I was so keen, so clever as to guard it here, and he doesn't do it. But I ended up with, I did some micro. Not micro, but I was watching my Overseer, and, you know, keeping track of what he was doing, and I looked up and I had like 1,000 minerals, so I throw down 2 hatcheries here, and I did take this Overseer and look around at all the expansions, but didn't see this because he put it down after I was gone. So it's not only that you scout, it's when you scout you have to obviously scout at the right time, and because when you're floating by like with an Overseer, you just get a snapshot of what's going on in a particular place at a particular time. That's temporary vision. Permanent vision will help you, you know, seeing the map and uncovering the map, 2 entirely different things. You see the map when you have permanent vision there. You're uncovering the map when you just take a temporary look. And so I have 44 units on tab 1. It's a bunch of roaches and zerglings, so I just run those up there. And I take the opportunity to use my mutalisks from the other direction at about the same time. They're just lurking there. And I think I have those on control group 2, yes, with an overseer for some reason. But there they go. I'm going to do some harassment damage here, because I figure he's looking at his command center right now. So there go some SCVs. And that is so much fun. Eventually something shows up. Here it comes. He's going Thor, so he gets one shot off, and I bail out on that. Why take any extra damage? 13 workers killed. Well worth it. And he is down to 11 SCVs we can see there in the units tab. And I don't even know if he's going to make any more. I've got 47. So I find this and blow it up, and I had just made a bunch more mutalisks. We can see them here. They're going to be added to control group 2. I've got a reasonable creep spread going. You know, not bad for me. I have to qualify everything with a for me. Because I had that overseer here, sure, he blew it up. But I saw all this. And I was like, okay, that's manageable. Let's look at the army size. I'm just curious. Is that the right tab? Is that what I want to look at? Well, up here we can see I'm at 182. He's at 69. So this is probably not the best game as far as, you know, to measure the way I'm playing Zerg. You know, it's not so much a test of my skill against an opponent, but as far as a look at how I'm playing, I think we saw some definite improvement. By the way, I saw all this coming because I had the tower and I wanted to swing my mutalisks around back and come up behind his army because I knew he was going to run into a bunch of roaches up here, and I wanted to catch his tanks in the back. It turns out it was his Thors, and that was bad. Did you see that? Did you see me clump up my mutas right next to his Thor? Oh my goodness. So should have magic boxed those. But what we're going to see right here is him lose everything, and then he leaves the game with no GG. He also didn't GLHF, so I don't know if he didn't know how, or if he's like 9 years old and just up late because he's hopped up on his Halloween candy or whatever. But all in all, I think you know, if you take the skill level of my opponent out of the equation, I think I did all right. You know, I managed to get 20 minutes. I was practically maxed on 4 hatches, even with, you know, drones at all of them. I managed to mine out my main for the most part. I had a couple of upgrades going. I made it to did I actually build an infestor? But I made it to infestors. Those are all overlords. I had my infestation pit. I had the hive. I was working on the ups. I was gonna go, you know, because you go broodlords. That's what you do. And I was gonna, but when I found his hatchery, when I found his command center here, had it on lockdown. Knew he wasn't expanded here. Knew he wasn't expanded anywhere. Knew he was on one base. I knew I didn't need to. And then when I got my mutas back here, and well, in conjunction with getting my mutas back here and getting those worker kills and getting a look, no orbital command, I knew it was just, you know, make more roaches and more mutas, and I had it. So that was that. NARDLY, thanks for a GG and a helping me place. That was my placement match. They threw me back into silver, right in the middle at rank 50, and I think I'm gonna switch to Terran unless I get some pretty major and stern objections from the viewers. I think I'm gonna go Terran. So unless you vigorously oppose, I think I'm going to try to get some Terran games on the channel. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Wookie. Thumb it up if you would, please, and I'll talk to you later.